So a couple weeks ago, I got some seed potatoes in the mail. I ordered them from Gurney's and they looked like normal potatoes. I got a little pamphlet that told me a little bit of what to do with them if I wasn't ready to plant them right away, and it said to keep them in a dark, cold area. So they've been in my basement for about 2 weeks, and out of sight, out of mind. I knew that it was gonna, come time that I had to do something with them soon, but I wasn't too worried about it. And I was watching a video today on preparing your potatoes, and I was like, I should go check on those. Let me show you what I saw when I opened up this box. They are all sprouting. I was not expecting, that's crazy, right? Insane. So we have to do something with these today because I'm kind of freaking out. Hopefully this is all normal, it's all gonna work out, but I hope I didn't let them go too far. So let's dive in. So like I mentioned, I was watching a video. It was M.I. Gardner. I go to him for a lot of information and resources. Actually live kind of close to the area, so I've been able to stop in person and pick up some seeds too, which has been really exciting. So I saw what he did for his potatoes, and I'm gonna do the same thing just to try it out this year and see how it goes. Again, never done this before. This is my first time. So really just using this year as an experiment to see what works well and what I can, make happen with this. So I did get, certified seed potatoes from Gurney's because I didn't want to mess with trying something like making my own seed potatoes from the store or anything like that. I just wanted to get it, an official seed potato for the first year that I'm doing it. I got two different kinds. I got red Pontiac potatoes. This is also red Pontiac, so I got 2 bags of those. So these are each 2 pounds. So I got 4 pounds of red Pontiac potatoes and 2 pounds of russet Burbank potatoes. So these ones actually look all right. My concern is that I'm letting the eyes grow too much. I, didn't check on these when they first started growing the eyes, and I hope that that's okay. I hope that this is like a normal size and that it's not gonna mess it up or anything, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna start cutting. What Luke on M.I. Gardner was doing was cutting them up and putting honey on them to stop any fungus or mold from growing and let those scab over. He said leave them for a couple weeks. So I feel good that, because I don't have anywhere to put these right now. We're still finishing up our garden beds. I still have to get soil to fill it all. So I don't have anywhere to put these. So I have a couple weeks to let these cure with the honey on it. So that makes me feel more confident that in a couple weeks, these will be ready to go and I'll have somewhere to put them. So I'm just gonna do the first step today of cutting them all and painting them with some honey. Put them on this cooling rack to let them get some airflow and kind of keep things circulated. And I'll probably put them back in the basement and check on them in a couple weeks to see if they're ready to be planted. So that's what I'm gonna do, and you can watch me do it. So some things I'm thinking about while I'm doing this is to keep 2 to 4 eyes on each piece of potato that I'm cutting, and keeping them big enough so that when they shrivel up a little bit, they're still going to have enough potato that will energize the plant and kind of keep things going. Some of these don't have an eye yet on the half that I'm cutting off. So I think I'm just going to put these to the side and maybe let them stay in the basement a little bit longer to see if any new eyes will grow. I'm not sure that they will or if they won't, but those are just some things that I'm keeping in mind while I'm doing this. See, so this one could potentially have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't know if I should be cutting this one smaller, but it's already pretty small. Maybe I shouldn't have cut it that way when I first did. I'm going to leave it and we'll see what happens. All right, so there's all of the Russet Burbank potatoes, and I should have put something down because the honey is definitely dripping through it onto the table, but that's okay. I'm gonna move on to the red Pontiacs now and probably try to figure out somewhere else to put them because I'm running out of room here, but just gonna do the same thing. So I have to be a little bit more careful to not break off any of these eyes, because some of them came off. And some of them, so like this one, I did just leave whole because it's so small and it has 2 eyes on it that it's about the same size as the ones I cut. So I'm gonna leave that whole. Some of these are a little bit smaller, but I think I'm still gonna cut them up a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, look at these. It is pretty neat. I don't really remember why I got 4 pounds of the red Pontiac and only 2 of the russets, but I like red potatoes a lot. I don't know. I'm just hoping I have enough room for all of these. I didn't really consider, I didn't do the pound to how many potatoes conversion. So I'm not sure, you know, I have a certain amount of space right now planned for in a garden bed for potatoes, and I might need to expand that, but that's okay because I've really been wanting to try the Ruth Stout method. So I might do that somewhere else in the yard while I have some growing in a bed, which could then be a cool side-by-side to see how did the ones in the bed do compared to the ones in the Ruth Stout. So I'm not really too concerned with having a lot because I think it'll be really cool to just try it in different ways and see how it goes. So this one I just put my finger through, and yeah, it's pretty moldy in there. So not gonna use this one, but one dud out of the bag isn't that bad. Can't be mad about that. Check out how cool this one is. That is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. My concern is that I think when there's more on one cut, then they'll all grow, but they'll have smaller potatoes because they're all fighting for the same resources and everything like that. They're kind of growing in the same place. So I might have to bump some of those off, which is kind of a bummer, but it looks cool. Well, now that everything is sticky, I think that means I'm done. I cut them all. I put honey on all of them. I'm gonna have to find a way to store these in the basement so that they're not going to get, I don't know, I don't want like bugs going on them because there's honey on them now. I don't know if that's a possibility. So I kind of want to cover them up somehow, but make sure they can still get some air. So I'll figure out what to do, but that's that. I second guessed about 90% of my cuts and overthought everything just because I want it to work out, and I'm not sure, you know, if too many eyes are on one part of it, is it going to grow? Is it not going to grow? I don't know. So we'll see. That's what I'm trying this year, and we'll see what happens when we get to harvest these, hopefully. So yeah, thanks for coming along and hanging out with me while I get my potatoes ready to be planted. If you want to see how this goes, make sure to subscribe. I'm sure I'll be doing a lot more videos on the potatoes and planting them, and then hopefully eventually harvesting something great. So stay tuned. Like this video, subscribe, like I said, if you want to hang out with me as we continue to figure out gardening for the first time and, you know, making some of our own food. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Wait, I found out how I'm going to store them. We have old windows, so we have tons of screens laying around. So I just took a screen and propped it up so that all of the potatoes can go on it and they can still get some airflow underneath. So this is in my basement, and we'll see how this works for them. All right, now you can go. Thank you. Bye.